My parents worshipped my golden child brother for 30 years. Grandma left everything to me. Growing up in our house, there were two kinds of children. Jared, and the one who was supposed to be grateful. I was the second kind. My name is Claire. My brother is 2 years older, and from the moment he could charm a dinner guest, my parents decided he was the one going places. When Jared wanted a car at 16, my dad, Gerald, sold his motorcycle to buy him a used Mustang. When I turned 16, I got a bus pass and a lecture about how not everything is handed to you. I never pointed out that everything had been handed to Jared. There was no point. It only got more obvious with money. When Jared's restaurant failed, the second business my parents bankrolled, they remortgaged the house to cover his debts. He just needs one break, my mom, Diane, kept saying. I put myself through nursing school on night shifts and student loans. When I mentioned it once, Diane told me I was being competitive, so I stopped mentioning things. I learned that in our family, being quiet was safer than being right. The only person who ever seemed to see me was my grandmother, Ruth, my dad's mother. While everyone else orbited Jared, I was the one who drove Grandma Ruth to her appointments and sat with her on Sundays. I didn't do it for anything. I did it because she was funny and sharp, and she actually asked me questions about my life. One afternoon, near the end, she gripped my hand and said something I didn't understand yet. They've shown me who they are, Claire. Don't you worry, I've made my arrangements. I thought she was rambling. I told her to rest. What I didn't know was that Grandma Ruth had quietly changed her, 2 years earlier. She'd made me the executor of her estate, and she had left the lake house and the bulk of her savings, just over $400,000 to me. Not to Jared, not to my parents. To me. Her lawyer called me the week after the funeral to walk me through it. I sat in my car in the parking lot for 20 minutes, not crying, just very still. Here's the part I'm not proud of, and the part I do again. I said nothing, because my family had already decided how it would go. Gerald talked openly about selling the lake house to give Jared some runway for a new venture. Diane went through Grandma's jewelry, setting aside pieces for Jared's wife and me. They handed me a box of documents and said, "You're good at this boring stuff, just handle the paperwork." They didn't even ask what was in it. They assumed the helper couldn't possibly be the heir, so I handled the paperwork. All of it, quietly, correctly, exactly the way Grandma would have wanted. The truth came out at the lawyer's office, when the will was read aloud to everyone. I watched my father's face, as the lawyer explained that the lake house and the accounts were already legally mine, and that I, as executor, would distribute the modest remainder. The room went very quiet. Jared laughed once like it was a mistake. It wasn't. Diane turned to me and said, "You knew. All this time you knew and you didn't say anything." I did know. And she was right. I hadn't said a word. But I thought about all the years I'd spent being told to be grateful for nothing. And I realized Grandma had given me something better than an argument. She'd given me the last word without my having to say it. I kept the lake house. It's the one place in my life I was ever actually wanted. And now it's mine. I go there on Sundays and make weak tea the way she liked it. I never told them I told them so. Grandma already had.